Hello, my name is John Fowler.
Hello. Hey, what's everybody up to? Guess what? I couldn't find my little thingy. I was trying to find my little thingy. So while the music is playing, I'm like propping up the phone, trying to make sure it doesn't fall down, and then I get a shot where I have to go like this in order to get into the shot. Or I guess I could just sit back here, do a far away thing. So I don't have my little thingy. I hate it when I don't have my little thingy. Um, but sometimes you just gotta go on. There's Wes Webb in the house. I see 71 Cowboys and Jolie. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate it. Here I am at the lovely Stratosphere Hotel. I've been staying here for the last few nights. And let me see. I'm just looking at the chat real quick. Well, you guys didn't know what was going on. What the hell is going on? Yeah, I was playing my music. That's my theme music. Well, I was trying to find my little thingy. So, hey, Wes, thanks for giving us a shout. You don't have your earbuds in, but I could do sign language, but I don't know sign language. You shopping. This is a shopping cart. It also looks like, well, I don't know, handlebars. But okay, here's you shopping. This is Wes at the store shopping, pushing a shopping cart. I don't know. Anyhow, so I'm at the Strat, and as the title suggests, I have a very special guest today. Bruno Mars, ladies and gentlemen, will be on the show. Yes, yes, indeedy. The one and only Bruno Mars. He's in town. He's got a residency here, and I was able to snag an interview. Yeah, so you don't want to miss that. Bruno Mars will be chiming in here any minute now. He's kind of fussy, They're doing hair and makeup and all that stuff. So it may take a while. Anyhow, so other than that, just been doing my thing, looking around for apartments. I think I found one that I really like. It's just not too far from the Strip, a few miles off the Strip, and it's one for old people like me, and it's a brand new one. No one's ever even lived in the units. Well, there's like 4 different buildings, and the first 2 people are living in there, and they just built these next 2, and so the one I'm going into is like brand spanking new. No one's ever lived in it, so I like that, and it's really nice. It comes with, it's with all the appliances and dishwasher and fridge and stove and a washer and dryer, so that's kind of cool. So I really like it. So I might be moving over there. Should know. I don't know. Might be within the next couple of weeks. So I've been doing that. Just doing the Ubering thing. Just been Ubering my little ass off. And let's see what else. What else has been going on? I took the Tesla down for a bit of a road trip. I don't know. Did I tell you guys that? I went down and saw my kids down in Southern California. So it was fun taking the Tesla out, a little bit further than just driving around town. And I did really well. And I drove up in the mountains, and it's a great little mountain car, handles those curvy roads just beautifully. And oh yeah, I should make a video on this. I guess I was gonna make a video about it. I did have my first. The other day I was talking to Jolie about it. My first puker, as Jolie liked to say, in the car. That was an experience. And if I show you guys videos or pictures of the vomit, you're gonna think I'm a big wussy because it really wasn't that much. At least it doesn't look that bad in the pictures. It's not like you might think like a big giant thing of vomit. I think she just had. I think there was a woman, and I think she had just eaten dinner. She wasn't drunk or anything. I think she just got some bad food, or she ate too much food. Maybe she got a little car sick. I don't know, but it was about a 10 mile ride. I think from where I picked her up to where I dropped her off, and we were almost there, man. That was in that last mile, and I didn't even know that she had vomited. Actually, I mean, I started. I could start kind of smell something, but it wasn't like a real strong vomit smell. But I was smelling something. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is that? And then I could hear her kind of fidgeting back there, and I knew something was up, but I didn't dare. I didn't want to like, I don't know, embarrass her or whatever. So I just kept on going, eyes forward. I kept on going, and then she asked me for a water, and I had some waters. I usually try to keep water. I keep these in the car. Good old Crystal Geyser. And I gave her some water. I just handed it back to her because I have them in the side panels in the back doors, but apparently other people had taken some, and I hadn't like restocked it, but I did have some in the front seat, and so I gave her one of these. I just like handed it back to her, and so then when we pulled in to stop to let her out, then she gets out, and I always kind of turn around just to look and try to see if anybody leaves stuff behind. I can't really see the whole back seat, but I kind of will give a little look, and that's usually when I say, hey, good night, have a good night or whatever, and I saw I saw this vomit on the seat. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spit up a little bit." That was her words. I guess I spit up a little bit, like she's a little baby or something. Um, and then also on the side panel, I have little boxes of tissues, and she started grabbing these tissues and was trying to clean it up, and she's like, um, trying to clean it. And I think I just said like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'll get it. Because she was kind of making it worse and everything." And she's like, I'll pay you, I'll tip you $20 or something like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. I go, I just go, okay, well, I think I said, oh, well, I hope you feel better, good night, I hope you feel better. And she's like, thank you. And then, so then I drove like kind of across the street, and there was like this empty field, and I opened all the doors, opened all the windows, tried to air it out. And then I go back and I look at it, and like I said, it really wasn't that much. But I just didn't feel like dealing with, in that moment of time, I did not feel like dealing with having to clean out someone's puke, someone's vomit, And I don't know. So I just left it but I'm parked there. All the doors are open, windows are open, and then I go on the Uber app and I'm trying to figure out like what do trying to find a link or whatever, what you do, because I'd always heard like if someone throws up in your car that I heard of this, they get charged $50 for a cleaning fee or whatever. So I'm like, okay, and I had thought that Uber had a deal where they had places where you could take your car right. I know it sounds stupid. I sound stupid even saying this, I guess. But like, it would be nice if there was like this 24-hour, 24/7 place where, oh, yeah, go over here and they'll clean the vomit out for you. That's kind of what I thought it was. They had set up, but they don't. You're kind of on your own as far as getting it cleaned up. And so what they did. And I wasn't really expecting this at all, but after I made this little claim, and I did get on the phone with someone too, just to like verify if I was getting information right about how they do it, because I was like, so you don't have a place? Because I'm talking to someone in live. I'm like, so you guys don't have a place you can send me to clean it? Because I don't want to clean this fucking shit. I didn't say that fucking shit, but I was like, I really want to clean it. And he's like, well, you can take it in, and we're going to send you, I guess if the claim is accepted or whatever, then we'll send you $150 for a cleaning fee. And I was like, oh, okay. And so, I was it was up to me to clean it. Either I can clean it myself. He said you can clean it yourself, or you can take it to like a detail shop or a car wash or whatever, and have someone else do it. But we're gonna send you the you get $150 cleaning fee or whatever. So I was like, oh. And within about 15 minutes, they sent me $150 onto my Uber account, onto my right to my account. I was like, wow, I was pretty impressed how fast that was. So then I was like, okay, how am I going to clean this shit out? I just really don't want to. I don't want to deal with it, man. So I went and found one of those do-it-yourself car washes. The ones that you just pull in and it has like the wand with the high pressure hose thing. So I just pulled into there. I just put it on rinse because I didn't want to get all soapy. I just wanted like the high pressure water, right? So I just put it on rinse and I put a token. I had to buy tokens. Put a token in there. It went on. It gives you like 3 minutes or whatever. And I just opened both the back doors and I went. So on from the driver's side, I just put the wand in there and turned it on, and I just like, and I was trying not to make a big mess. I was trying not to get any in the front. I was trying not to I didn't want to soak the carpets or anything. So I was pretty much just squirting the seat, and trying to, because it wasn't that much, but it was all in like the little nooks and crannies of the seat, and it was like where the seatbelt comes out and the little hole. It was like all in there, and up on her seatbelt strap on the shoulder part. It was all up in there, and so I just wanted to get in and just blow it out of all the nooks and crannies. So I'm just like, and it did a pretty good job actually. And then I had some little like paper towels and stuff. I just kind of wiped it down. Mainly, I just wanted to kind of dry it off or whatever. And then I was done for the night. I'm like, I'm not going out anymore because this isn't really done. I can't really pick up people now because the carpet did get wet, and I just still had to do some more. So I was done for the night. I just so I'd already been driving for a few hours, so it wasn't a terrible night, and plus the 150 they sent me, so it was probably I guess a good night. So, but I went ahead and quit for the night, and then the next morning or next afternoon, I guess, I went out there to the car, and it was fine. It didn't smell or anything, and so I went ahead and went to the car wash that I go to, and I went ahead and washed the car just normally, and then I just wiped it down with the wipes like I always do, Clorox wipes, and it all came out fine. It looked fine. It looked great, and there was no odors, no nothing, and no one got in the car that day and said, "Oh, it smells in here." I mean, it smelled fine. It was completely. It was as though it never had happened. So I was able to get it all cleaned out, but still, I'm just thinking, what if somebody throws up even like a, worse than that? Because that really wasn't the worst vomit I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen it really gross. I mean, I've seen people grow, not in my car, but just over the years in your life. Even I've thrown up worse than what she did. But I don't know. I just don't. I just didn't want to, get into it. And she wasn't even drunk. Just think, deal with drunk people. Fortunately, I haven't had too many problems. I haven't had. I mean, I've picked up some people that were, visibly, noticeably drunk, but not really, I guess, at the vomit stage of their drinking. So far, fingers crossed. I don't want to deal with that ever again. But if you do it long enough, I mean, I guess it's going to happen again. So, Joey says, I would have just left the car on the side of the road. Done. Just tell the rental company where you left it and walk away. Jolie says, you're killing me. Jolie says, you need barf bags in your car and tell everyone that gets in exactly where they are. Never again. I know in my other Tesla, I did have some bags in the behind the seat. There's like a pouch, So right in front of them, I had some paper bags, paper, you know, kind of like lunch bags, but they weren't lunch bags. They weren't exactly barf bags, but they would have worked really well. And then when I switched cars, I forgot to take those out of there and put it in the other car. So yeah, I need to get some kind of type of barf bag and I either tell them or have it up enough so they see it. Maybe right on their barf bag. I don't know, but it's all cleaned up now. I'll do a video. I'll do a video and you guys can see the before and after of it. Because I for the vomit I didn't do a video. I just took photos because that's what Uber wanted when I filed a little, I don't call it a claim or whatever, but incident or whatever. They wanted photos, so I took a few photos and then I sent it to them, and then so they could see what happened. So I have still photos of that, and then I did a video of the after I cleaned it. So I'll put that on, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. You probably will go like, "What a wuss," But so that happened. My first vomit, and I hope it's my last. I really do. Jolie says, "Sorry, hey, I will not be watching that video." Oh, come on, you gotta watch it. You gotta check it out. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. So anyhow, as I promised, Bruno Mars is here in the room. Everyone say hi to Bruno Mars. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruno Mars. I think that's what he sounds like. Hey, are you making fun of my voice? No, I wouldn't make fun of your voice. So, hey, Bruno, congratulations on your residency. How's that going? Oh, it's going great, John. Look, the residency is great. Everyone's coming to the show, and we really have put on a great show over there. All right. So, Bruno, you're a really talented guy. Really very talented. Great musicianship. Great showmanship. But what do you say to some of the critics who have said that that you're lyrically you're very very lame? What? What are you talking about? Are you dissing me? Fuck you. This interview is over. Oh, he fled the interview. I can't believe it. Bruno Mars just fled the interview. And I felt like I had to do that just so I wouldn't be like, lying. That was Bruno Mars. Charlie says, "Yay, Bruno Mars, the Mickey Mouse version, my favorite." I don't think I've ever heard Bruno Mars speak. I think that might be what he sounds like. I don't know. But he left. He didn't like my question. Because I do think his lyrics are pretty lame. But, for most of them. He's got some that are all right. Anyhow. So that's who's in town, I guess. Hey, they call me Rose. Thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping by. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. We got 6 people watching, but only 3 thumbs ups. Oh, now we just went down to 4 people watching. I think I scared him off with the Bruno Mars thing. I don't know. But thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. We're just chit-chatting. I'm here in the Stratosphere Hotel. I got one of the nicer rooms today. I got the Elevate room. It's got a fridge that I never really use. But it does have a coffee maker, which I haven't used yet, even though I went downstairs and got some coffee with my breakfast. You know what they need here is a microwave so I could heat that back up. It's getting a little cold. It's got a nice TV, like, I don't know, 42 inch, 50, 55 million inches. I don't know. But the Elevate rooms are nicer, a little bit nicer than the Select. They have Select, and they have Elevate, and they have blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we're just over here, and you see nice blue skies there, over there, here. It's a little bit of haziness. I think we're supposed to get a high. It's only supposed to get to 87 today. If that's true, then that's not bad. That's really great because it's been getting into the 90s, mid 90s, and that's a little warm. That's on the warmish side. 87, I can handle that. I can handle 87. So I guess 87, and we might get rain today. It looks like there's a little cloud. You know me and like emojis and stuff. Well, it says like a cloud with little dots coming down out of it. So I think that means rain. Now I don't know um, what percentage chance of rain it is, but we might be getting some rain between 1 and 2 p.m. Wait, it's already 12:50. Oh, the rain might be coming. Oh, yeah, I do see some pretty big puffy clouds out there. It actually looks pretty nice. I should show you guys the what it looks like. It looks kind of nice. Got the big puffy clouds. I don't know if those are rain clouds or not, but it says we might get rain. I don't know. Not really sure. But that's looking out to the west. And if we just sort of pan to the left a little bit here, you can see a little bit of the strip. There's that big tall building. I think that's just like maybe it's a hotel. I'm not sure if it's a hotel or it might be a condos or something. And then beyond that, if you can see the sort of, it says Hilton, and that's Resorts World. Oh yeah, before that you see there's Circus. It's sort of that medium tall building there. And further on down, what do we got down there? Oh, I think that's just on the other side of the freeway. I think that's the Rio and then the Palms and stuff. But if we go right to the very, very, very left, you can just barely see a little bit of the strip. Kind of the Encore is down there, and then way down there. So that's what it's looking like today, and looking to the west from Las Vegas, Nevada. Not a bad day. Here's my setup. All right. Hopefully that won't fall down. All right, so yeah, the fluffy clouds, they look nice. I'm trying to get in the shot better without having to lean way back here. I prefer to just be like right here, but then it chops my head off. But oh well. I guess that's the way it goes. So what's going on with everybody else? Ooh, I just turned the light off. What's better, with the light off or on? That may be on. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Could try. Oh, but then it kind of washes this out a little bit, huh? I don't know. What's going on? What else is going on in the world? What is going on in the world? We could do we could do. Oh shoot! Oh, I didn't mean to do what I just did. I just did something I didn't mean to do. Oh well. I could go ahead and check out the what's trending. Let's see. I see on Twitter. I'm looking at Andrea, aka ADM FLAGURL 38, uh, posted on here. This was how many hours ago was this? Oh, 16 hours ago. So still fresh. She just posted. She said, "Shall we tell her?" And it was a repost of Marjorie Taylor Greene, which says, "Don't miss episode 6 of Battleground and MTG." I don't know what that's about. Ooh, some nice hats. I like to get me a new hat. I'm gonna need to get me a Vegas Golden Knights hat because I'm living in Las Vegas now, and the Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup Finals. And even though I'm not a real big hockey fan, um, see, that's why I could become a Knights fan because I've never really been Kings or Ducks. I've never really followed it, but yeah, maybe I'll get me a nice Golden Knights hat because, you know, show a little support for the team. So go Knights. So here's how he posed this thing. It's about this Russian. It says Russian propagandists blame each other in a heated argument over who did what for Russia. And Sparks posted a meme of what's his face? Was Charlie? What's his face? Charlie Sheen saying "winning." That's kind of funny. Oh, someone followed me. Octavia Ilders followed me. I'm sure that she probably doesn't even exist. It's a picture of a very beautiful young woman in. It looks like bra and panties. I think just Uh, and here's what I do. I go to the likes for her, and it says Elders October 31st, 1958. This is the picture. And that might be a very old picture, but it says it hasn't liked any tweets. So to me, that's sort of a dead giveaway. That's just a total bot, total catfish, whatever. So I just go ahead and block it. I just go ahead and block. Now you're blocked. Those are really the only ones I block. I don't block like MTG or whatever because I don't give a fuck about them. But those other ones are just like those kind of scammer ones. I'll block those. Let's see. What else is going on over here in Twitterland? Chris Murphy, I follow. He's the representative from Connecticut, I believe. It says he'll be on Morning Joe. This was 8 hours ago, so he was on Morning Joe to talk about the debt ceiling. Good for him. Talk about that debt ceiling. The debt ceiling debacle, AKO. The Republicans have just weaponized that over the last since Obama, really. They should just eliminate that altogether. And take that away from them. But I know easier said than done. You can't just wave your hand and do it. It takes an act of Congress. Let's see. Oh, Nerd Halen, they liked one of my replies. Oh yeah, because I had commented about seeing Van Halen in the '83 Festival, and I was like right in the front, and they liked my comment because that was what I said. I'm just scrolling through my Twitter feed. Oh, here's from 4 hours ago from Andrea. It says, Hal is back. I'm just now getting this. I mean, I'm just now looking at it. I mean, but that was Andrea posting about how Sparks Mornings mega wide worldwide. So that's good. Kayla says, for some reason, Jolie, I get an overwrite with making a heart, so I must be striking bad keys on the keyboard that removes your name. Huh. Let's see what else is in Twitterland. Here's from Mother Jones. An Idaho couple waged a long-running legal battle to build a house on wetlands near one of the state's largest lakes. The Supreme Court took their side. Well, that's good. I think. Maybe I should read the article before I say it's good. What else is going on? Oh, let's see. We got John Cooper posted that. Oh, did you hear about the call, the 911 call from Lauren Boebert's son? So John Cooper says, "Damn, it's tough to listen to this 911 call. Lauren Boebert sounds more concerned about her planned event than her clearly terrified teenage son, whose dad has been throwing him around the house in a violent rage." Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I got the volume down. Forgot.
Here, getting things ready for an event. But
let's see. Wait, let's
start. I was talking.
Let's start over. Let's listen to this C word. She's a C word.
He's just like throwing me across the house. I don't know why he got mad. He just started yelling at me and he started throwing me. Jason Bober.
Poor kid.
All I wanted to say is me and my dad were starting to yell at each other. He didn't really get physical with me. It was just like I was overwhelmed. Me and my dad were overwhelmed.
Hi, I'm the mom. Hi. Okay, so there was an argument over dinner. I understand you guys got to come and talk to them. I'm down at our second location I was already here getting things ready for an event. But I don't know, I was talking to him and he said that he had called. So just to let you know, I have him, his dad's up at the house.
Yeah, he had told me he was going to be down at the farmhouse, and I've got him headed that way to help him.
Yeah, he doesn't need help, but they can come here. Yeah.
Have you seen Lauren Boebert's husband? The guy is a fucking huge dude, and he's throwing his kid around. Not only that, he likes to wave his dick in front of girls at the bowling alley. Real lovely family. Oh, and then there was an incident where I guess him and his kids were running around the neighborhood in their quad runners and being assholes, and they got into it with the neighbors who were just telling them, hey, to slow it down, you know? What a lovely, lovely, lovely family. I hope she gets beat. Was it Adam Fritsch? Adam Fritsch is running against her again. He almost beat her. He lost. He lost by like 14 votes or something. Please, people, vote her out. Vote him in, for God's sakes. You know, I'm really sick of. I'm really sick of these Lauren Boeberts and these MTGs and these Matt Getzes and these fucking morons. They have no business being in the United States Congress. Please stop electing them. And please stop voting for Republicans. Please. I beg you. I implore you. Let's see. What's Dybala? Dybala's trending. What is that? I have no idea what it is. Like, oh, it's soccer. No wonder. I hate fucking soccer, so who gives a fuck? This is news. The number one thing trending in news is MasterChef. What the hell is MasterChef? Why is that trending in news? I guess this is why Twitter has gone to shit. When MasterChef is the number one trending thing in news. You know, it looks like just some stupid bullshit. Who gives a fuck about MasterChef? I don't give a shit about any of that kind of shit. Here we are back to soccer. Entertainment, Madonna's trending. Why is Madonna trending? She's as old as I am, which is old. So this says, I guess she has a new album out. Or a song or something. Is it The Idol, Volume 1? Pre-ordered this Friday with a new single. So Madonna has a new album coming out, I guess, called The Idol. Madonna's new single from The Idol will be released Friday, June 2nd. And here's a picture of Madonna, and she looks like an alien. I understand getting old sucks, and especially if you're a performer and you're on stage and you're doing videos, you don't want to look old, so you get surgeries and to try to stay young looking. They haven't perfected surgeries yet, I don't think, because Madonna looks like an alien. That's just my opinion. You know what they say about opinions, though. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. All right. Well, that was fun. I took a little trip through Twitter land here. Alrighty then. Hours ago was this? Oh, 16 hours ago. So let me turn the volume back down on this one. That's why I had the volume down, because if I'm playing this YouTube on here, I don't want, we don't want to have all that note sound. All right, so let's see here. Let me catch up on the chat. We got KO. Hello, KO. KO was here. I don't know if he's still here, but thanks for being here. KO says hello, Julie. Oh yeah, that was about the dissociated heart. I don't know if I saw that or not. Rose was here. And KO's gonna try again. Jolie says, "Aw." Jolie says the sun is shining and it's raining outside. Looking for a rainbow. whenever I see that situation, like when the sun's out but it's raining, I always think of that Creedence. Was it Creedence? That song, like it's like, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day, or something like that? KO probably will know the lyrics. Oh, this coffee is stone cold now. Jolie says, whenever there was a rainbow when my girls were little, we used to run and get in the car to go find the end of it. We found it once. I know, I've done that too. I have found the end of a rainbow, but there was no pot of gold. So that kind of pissed me off. But yeah, I think I was in Lancaster or Palmdale. I was out in the desert, and I just like, I'm gonna find that because it was a big old rainbow, and I was like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. And I think I actually got to, like, I was able to drive out into this field, and you could just kind of see the bottom of it just kind of sitting there. It's really kind of neat. I wonder if I have any pictures of that event, of that fateful day when I found the bottom of the end of the rainbow, and there was no pot of gold. It was just dirt. It was just dirt and rocks. And there was a little green man, or a little leprechaun in a green outfit. He was running away, laughing. I don't know, maybe he grabbed it before I could get it. But, yeah, so we might get some rain here today. I'm looking out at the clouds. They're just sort of hovering over the mountains over there. That's what they tend to do. I think the mountains hold the clouds or something. Rose says, "Oh, cute, Aunt Jolie." And then Jolie says, "Nope, no gold. I was mad. We parked the car on the side of the road and ran towards it. It just kept getting further away." It's like, trying to grab it. It keeps staying out of your reach. Yeah. Those rainbows. Chasing rainbows. Isn't there a song about that too? I don't know. All right, so we got 4 likes, 4 thumbs up. We got 4 likes and 4 thumbs ups. That's how do you do that? We got 4 people in the 4 people watching. 4 people have decided to give me a thumbs up, which is really cool. Joy says, "I guess those fucking leprechauns can claim whatever they want when you can't really get there." Yeah, those fucking leprechauns. The leprechauns, they'll get you every time. So I haven't sold my truck yet. I think I might have to put it on auction or something, because I haven't really heard back from people. I've been sending out emails and stuff to people that are supposedly buy trucks, and I haven't. I heard back from one, but then he was trying to sell me a trailer or something, and I was like, no, I don't need a trailer. I'm trying to sell my truck. It's confusing. So I think I might go ahead and go over to Ritchie Brothers and see if I can just put it on over there and see what I can get for it, because I really need to get rid of that thing. And the sooner the better, I guess, getting rid of it. So that's probably what I'll do, unless I can find somebody else that'll just buy it, take it off my hands. That'd be nice, if I could do that. But if not, I'll look into the Ritchie Brothers, because they have a big Ritchie Brothers auction site right here in town, or just out of town, off the 15 there. So I'll probably maybe look into that. That might work out good. You never know. Oh man, hair's sticking out. I feel like I'm getting a stuffy nose now. all of a sudden, for some odd reason. For some odd reason, I'm getting the stuffy nose. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's just see. What else is going on in the world over here? Nothing really going on with me. Like I said, I'm just still apartment hunting, but I do like this one. The last one, I actually took a tour of it. A lot of them I just sort of drive through and I'll just look at their websites and see what the rent's going for, stuff and things of this nature. But this one I really liked, the thing that caught my attention, it has like a big banner outside, like, and it says 62 plus, neighborhood or whatever they call it, and I'm like, hey, I'm 62, so maybe I should check it out. And so I did check it out, and it was beautiful. I mean, they just, built it within the last 6 months, I think. So it's like brand new, and it has a really beautiful, like, I guess the common area, is that what you call it? Where, everyone can meet. So it's like a 2-story thing, and it has like a kind of like a kitchen, and it has like a big TV, I think, or maybe a couple TVs. It's got nice seating areas, and then that goes out into there's a nice pool and a jacuzzi, and then upstairs there was another kind of big seating area, and then there was like a little gym that basically, I don't remember if it had weights or not, but it basically had like treadmills and the stationary bikes and that kind of stuff. And then it had like a little studio for like where they do yoga classes, apparently. And I don't really want to be. I have no interest in being like a yoga master or whatever, but I wouldn't mind taking some yoga just to get some flexibility back, because I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm getting, like stiffer, or I'm getting, like, I don't know, I can't, I don't have much, I guess, limberness, or what is it, limberness? I can't really like touch my toes or whatever, and I just feel like I'm just getting old, and maybe yoga would help me to sort of loosen up a little bit, maybe. I don't know. So that'd be cool. They have a yoga instructor there that does yoga. So maybe I'll check that out. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So it was really nice. It was if I move over there, I'll definitely make a video of it. You guys can see my new digs. I still haven't. They did give me like an application, so still haven't filled it out. I should fill it out and drop it off. I should just go ahead and do it. But the thing is, when I'm driving around and I'm doing Uber, I'll see these nice apartments, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should check that one out, or maybe I should check this one out. And they're in all different areas of the town, and I'm like, maybe I should live in this area. Maybe I should live in this other area. So I kind of. It's hard to pull the trigger on it, because there are some really nice areas, and the thing about this where I'm at, it's not really in the greatest area, to tell the truth. It's kind of like this brand new, beautiful building, surrounded by kind of older stuff, And you know, I've seen a few like homeless people walking around. There are areas where there aren't any homeless people walking around that I could live in probably. Not to bash the homeless people, because you know I'm practically a homeless. I am a homeless person myself. I live in my truck and in hotels, so I think I could probably say I'm homeless. But at least I'm not, you know, on the street. Um, and I'm not trying to bash them. I wish I could do something. Something needs to be done. I think providing at least more shelters and more, you know, at least getting basic food and water, you know, to people. Just, you know, the basics. And the thing that gets me that there in this town there are billionaires, multi-billionaires, and multi-billion-dollar companies that don't bat an eyelash about tearing down a multi-million-dollar building so that they can put up a multi-billion-dollar building in its place. But if they were to drive out of town or just drive a couple blocks off the strip, I mean, there's homeless people on the strip, but you know, you just go a couple blocks off and you can see people, you know, living in little make uh, you know, little lean-tos, or they get tarps and they're just making these little things to live in on the street, you know. I don't know, it just seems like there could be something done. That there's so much money in this town that for really just a tiny fraction of the money that these people have, you could build some pretty nice shelters, you know. I think. I was talking to a guy last night, um, a rider, a passenger, who definitely was a right winger, but we were talking about the homeless people and the homeless situation. And I said something like, and he seemed to be sympathetic. Like what his deal is he wants to make a bunch of money, and then he said he wanted to help poor people or something like that. So I said that would be great, and I said yeah, and I said I bet it wouldn't take much money really to just get some nice shelters for people, and just get them just some basic just food and water at least, you know, at the very least. And then he just said, well, at least we're in a pretty warm place, like they're okay. He goes, it does get a little cold in the winter, but at least this is a warmer place, or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it gets freaking hot here. And I told him, I go, I've driven by some of these areas where I think there might be people that are actually dead. And he's like, really? I go, yeah, it gets to be 115, 120 degree days, and these people are just out in that heat. That's not just warm, you know. And he's like, oh yeah, I didn't really think of that, you know. And I go, yeah, so it'd be nice if there was just more just cooling centers and shelters and people where people could just cool off and make sure they're hydrated, and make sure they've got at least some, you know, soup and sandwich or something. And so then he wanted to just go off on how Democrat-run cities are the worst, and that he was in Newark, New Jersey, and it's a real shithole, and it's been run by Democrats for decades or something like that. So I didn't want to get into, I really don't want to get into a big controversial conversation with a passenger. I just don't think that's a good idea. So I kind of just bit my tongue on it, but you know, I'm not going to change it. But and then he made some kind of comment like, because I think I said something like, we need to find answers I go, I don't know exactly what the answer is, or to solve homelessness is a bit, but we got to do something. And I go, and that's what I was saying. Like, at the very, very least, at least get them some shelter from the elements, and food and water. At least that. That's the least we could do. And then he goes, well, the answer is Jesus. And then I just let that one go too, because, like I said, I don't want to get into it with a passenger. I just don't think it's a good idea. Um, I mean, because there is a passenger driver relationship or whatever. It's not like we're buddies. I mean, he's a paying customer or whatever. So I'm not gonna get into a big argument with somebody. But so whatever I do say, I have to try to really kind of temper or what I say, or try to really not get into any type of controversy or whatever, which is probably how I should handle my family. Maybe I would be talking about, maybe my brother and sister would be talking to me still. I should have had that kind of tact with them. But he said that Jesus is the answer. So of course I'm thinking inside my, I'm just thinking, well, then Jesus isn't doing a very good job. Like, what the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is Jesus doing then? Because we've had this homelessness problem all over, and it doesn't look like it's getting really any better. Jesus, you're sleeping on the job apparently. I guess Jesus is the answer, but Jesus ain't. I don't know what he's doing, because I'm seeing tons and tons of homeless people baking out in the hot sun and freezing out in the cold winter, and so if Jesus is the answer, then those people are fucked, because I don't see it happening. And so I don't know if he means like they have to be saved in order to get help, or their reward is in heaven, so they just have to put up with this until they die. I don't know. It's horse shit. That's what that is. That was some horse shit right there by that guy. And he was just a total. And the thing is, he kind of came off as a nice guy, but then the stuff he was saying, because then by the time we got to where I was dropping it off, he goes, yeah, this is an Airbnb, and the guys who own it are gay, and they've got pictures of themselves all over the house, and he goes, I don't care. Hey, if you want to be gay, have at it, but don't put your pictures all over the place and wherever. Again, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, that's their house, and they've got pictures of themselves in it. Apparently, I mean, it's not like they were like, it wasn't like it was gay porn or something. It was just probably them, like, like any couple has a picture of themselves in front of the Eiffel Tower, or in front of the Grand Canyon, or at their wedding, or whatever, or just holding hands, or having their arm around each other. That's probably all it was, But he made it sound like it was, pictures of them, fucking each other all over the place. But I'm sure that wasn't what it was. So anyhow, I was glad to get him out of the car. He was almost as bad as the puke, But that's just some of the things you run into. And then I had another guy. Now this guy, I won't say his name, but he told me he said, remember my name. He goes, because mark my words and remember my name, so that when this happens, you can say, blankety blank told you so. Okay, this is what this guy was saying. He said that Ron DeSantis is going is going to win not only the Republican nomination, but he's going to win the presidency. And he was like kind of like a Democrat, I would say, or at least because we had some of the things he was saying where he came off very liberal and very democratic, but he thinks that Ron DeSantis is going to win the presidency. He goes, "Mark my words, remember me when this happens." And I go, "I don't think so. I don't really think he's even going to win the nomination." But you know, he goes, "Oh no, he's going to win it." And he's like, he's got the backing of Elon Musk, and it was people are going to go for it because he's younger version of Trump, and all this kind of shit. And I was just like, I don't think so, dude. He goes, well, just mark my words. Remember my name, so that when this happens, you can say that I was right or whatever. So if that does, okay, I'm not going to say his name now, but if that does happen, and if Ron DeSantis does become the president in this next election, then I don't know if I should say the guy's name. That's another thing. I don't think I should say passengers' names. But I will say that guy was right. But I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it. Hopefully not. I didn't think that Donald Trump was ever going to be president either. And he ended up winning, albeit through a really heavy Russian disinformation campaign. You know, if not for the Russians, Donald Trump would not have been president. It was because of their disinformation campaign and them getting all of that insider polling, so they knew exactly where to pinpoint all their bots and their trolls and all that shit. That was enough to sway the election in those key battleground districts, precinct, or those areas for those electoral votes. That's why we need to get rid of the electoral college. There's so many things we need to get rid of. We need to get rid of the electoral college. We need to get rid of the debt ceiling, like in my humble opinion. We need to expand the courts. We need to get rid of Citizens United. Those are the things we need to get rid of. But it's so hard because it's baked in. It's like this baked in thing that it almost makes it impossible, with needing 2/3 of this and 2/3 of that and all this kind of shit. Jolie says, I think Trump insulting DeSantis is fake and they will be running together. You never know. You just never know. You can't really count anything out. You know? And the thing is, these Republicans are dumb enough that they would just still vote for him. You know? Yep, they would still do it. But that's why we got to keep voting. We the Democrats, we the liberals, we the progressives, we got to keep voting. We can't stop voting. You know? We can't give up. Suzanne Foriasepi, I was just looking at, she commented on a video that I posted earlier today about a car cutting me off, and she's like, please be careful, or be careful, please. And I know Suzanne, she's always putting posts where she's always concerned for me. So thank you, Suzanne. And I don't know if Suzanne's on now. I don't think she is, but she did comment on that video, and so I'm going to give her a thumbs up. How's that? See, that's how you do it, folks. We support each other. Give each other thumbs ups and likes, and we We support each other's channels, right? Am I right or am I right? I'm right. I am right. I was just looking at, what else was I looking at? Joy says, Suzanne worries about all of us. Bless her heart. She's so sweet. Yeah, she's got our best interests at heart. Hopefully I'm not buffering right now. Am I buffering? Do you guys see any buffering going on? Because I don't see the video. Okay, thanks, Julie. So video on my tablet for some reason it's just I'm getting this circle. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's really... It's a mystery, actually. It is a mystery. But hey, I just see we're up to 623 subscribers. That's totally awesome. 623. Wow. Thanks to everybody for subscribing. One day, by golly, we are going to get up to 1 million. 1 million subscribers. One day we will do it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my tablet right now. Something's going on here with my tablet. I don't know what it is. It's just swirling. Oh, there it goes. Do you think I'm a bad person if I give myself a thumbs up? Some people frown on that for some reason. I'm just like, so what? I'll give myself a thumbs up. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I'll do it. Don't think I won't. Wes Webb is back. Hey, Wes. How was the shopping? You missed, Bruno Mars was here earlier. You missed it. So you have to watch that on a replay. Home. Do it. How was the shopping? Did you get any good stuff? Any good deals? Any good bargains? Any good anything that's worth bragging about? $150 worth of nothing? Well, I hope it wasn't nothing. Was it food? Were you buying food? What were you buying? Because, can't be nothing. I'm actually looking forward to getting my own place. Meat and cheese. Oh! Why'd you retract that? Did you retract that? Meat and cheese is not a bad thing, I don't think. Right? That's not something you should be ashamed of. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when I get my apartment to actually shopping nuts and fruit. Oh, so there was not meat and cheese, just $150 worth of nuts and fruit. I think you should get meat, cheese, and nuts and fruit. Accident on phone. You had an accident. Oh, careful. Can you guys hear the vacuum? The cleaners are vacuuming the hallway, I think. Now she shut it off. So. Hopefully you guys don't hear it, because that's annoying. Hear a vacuum cleaner in the background. Okay, so Wes got nuts and fruit. Apparently, no meat and cheese, just nuts and fruit. Oh yeah, so I was saying I'm looking forward to when I get my own place, actually having food in the refrigerator, and you know just eating at home, because I really just eat at restaurants every single day for the last 20 years, basically. Not 20 years, but at least 10, 12 years. Jolie says Aldi had hammock chairs for $25. We got 4 of them. Spent Monday sitting in hammock chairs all day with my girls. That sounds like fun. Aldi, good old Aldi. I think they have Aldis out here now. I think they slowly came from the east to the west. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, I guess I'm gonna go with the 62 plus place. West Web says I saw those. Because that's what I was talking about, the apartment, like whether I should get that one, and I keep seeing other ones, and I'm like, maybe I should check that out more, or it's hard to actually pull the trigger on this move here. Wes says I have plenty of lawn chairs, but I kind of like this one. Like I said, because it's brand new and no one has lived in that unit. And I think that's kind of cool to live in an apartment that, like, I'm the first one. And here's the thing about it: it's probably like less than a mile away from the Blueberry Hill restaurant. Even though I just said I'm looking forward to, shopping and eating at home, I would do that, but I would still go, over to the Blueberry every now and then. And it's just a few miles from the Strip, so if I want to go to the Strip, it's got lots of restaurants all around it, actually, other restaurants. So it's not really a bad location. It's just, like I said, it's got a lot of older homes and stuff around it. Wes says the meat and cheese, nuts and fruit are all so much more expensive than I think they should be. Yeah, I think a lot of things are more expensive than they should be. Especially here in Vegas, ticket prices to do anything, it's ridiculous. I don't know. They pack these like to see Adele or to see Bruno Mars or whomever is in there. They pack these places every night that they're there, and the good seats are, I think, over $1,000 or something, or $1,500 or whatever. The cheapest seats are still, I think, $500-600. I mean, who could afford that? Who could afford? That's ridiculous. And to go see a football game or a hockey game, it's just so expensive. It's hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and if you bring your family, it's going to be thousands of dollars. It's just ridiculous. And I don't know. There's a lot of rich people apparently, because they fill the stadiums and they fill the arenas. It's just crazy. I think the prices should be. Well, I mean, I know they're going to charge whatever they can get away with charging, but they should. It's almost criminal to me. Like this new thing, the Sphere is opening up. The Sphere, you might want to look it up. It's going to be opening in, I think, October 29th. It's supposed to open. It's the big black sphere, and on the outside of it'll light up in all these really cool lights, and on the inside of it, it's going to be this immersive experience. We sit in. I guess each seat's going to have its own speakers, and there's going to be like videos just all around, and then there's the stage. So you'll have the performers and the videos and the speakers, and it's supposed to be a really cool experience. And the first ones that are coming there to open that is going to be U2. and they're going to be performing Optune Baby. So it's really cool, and I love U2, and I love Optune Baby, and I would really love to go, but I think there's tickets for decent seats. I think are over $1,000 or like maybe more. I don't know. I have to look at it again, but it's ridiculous. And what if you? And that's just for me. Let's say, what if I wanted to bring a date, or what if I wanted to bring my family to see that? I can't. I can't afford to spend $4,000 or whatever, or $5,000 or more just to sit there and see this concert. That's ridiculous. But people will fill it, and so that's why they'll keep charging what they charge, because apparently there's enough rich people that can do that shit. I can't. Maybe I'll just start saving my money now, and then by October 29th, maybe I'll just go by myself, because I ain't taking nobody else. If tickets are like $1,700 or something. Westwood says paper towels were expensive. 6 big rolls for $8. Jolie says we have a structure built in our yard specifically for hammocks. It can hold 4 regular hammocks and 4 hammock chairs, or 1 hammock bed. It's under 2 massive trees, so it's always in the shade. That sounds nice. Jolie says we work hard at being lazy. Wes says artists raise their prices to fight scalpers. Yeah, but this is I don't think this is that. I think it's just gouging at this point. Jolie says I wanted to see several Dead shows since it's their farewell tour, but tour. But the ticket prices are insane. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just normal average people can't even go. It's like you got to be fucking rich in order to go to these things. And those rich people are a bunch of douchebags. They don't even probably appreciate. They just want to go just because, it's a cool thing to do. They're not like real fans, Probably. They're just douchebags. Most of them. They really pissed me off. They really pissed me off. But anyhow, I might make a special exception for the U2 thing and try to save money if I can get in there. It might be sold out. I don't know, but I'd love to see that. I've seen U2 a couple times back in the day, and they're really good. Jolie says over $100 for lawn seats. There are 6 of us that want to go. It's just too much. Yeah, see, they just price out people. They should have, I don't know. They should have a deal where only like average people can go. No rich people allowed. And they just charge you like $20. And it's only for us average working class people. No rich people. Because they're just douchebags who like to wave their money around, Rich is whatever I say it is, Wes. It's whatever I say it is. Because this is the Trucker John show. Rich is whatever I deem it to be at any particular time. Wes Webb says, U2 wouldn't make enough for their tour. Oh, so they got to charge $2,000 a seat. No, that's not U2. That's the Sphere, because their building cost $2.5 billion. That's with a B dollars to build the damn thing. So they're just trying to make their money back. I mean, yeah, you could have the front row seats. The way it used to always be, the front row seats were the most expensive. The further back you got, the cheaper they would get. and it would get to a point where you could actually be within your price level. But now it's like everything is expensive, even the shitty seats. And to me, rich people are millionaires. Okay, in case you were wondering, that's a rich person. A millionaire is a rich person. I don't give a fuck. You can't argue out of that. Westweb says for the best seats, sometimes artists will find real fans to fill the first couple of rows so they do not have assholes in front. Really? They do? How do they do that? How do they find the real fans? And I don't think they do that. No. You got to pay for those seats. Unless you win it on a game show or something, or a radio show giveaway or something. I mean, they might give the best seat like to some chick that they think is going to give them a blowjob or something. That's about it. Westwood says leave them open and trade tickets with them in line if they show enthusiasm. Broadway shows do that too. Oh, so I gotta stand in line and act like an idiot, and maybe they'll give me a good seat. See, I don't do that. I just act like an idiot, just spontaneously. I can't like purposely go out and start acting like an idiot. My idiocy is completely, spontaneous, I guess. Because that's another thing. I would like to go see a Broadway show. Those seats are ridiculously priced, and people fill the seats. It's horrible. They're out of touch. I think they're out of touch. Joy says, I've sneaked up to the front row at so many concerts. Just wait until a group are getting their tickets checked and slide right around. Well, that's what I did when I saw Van Halen at the US Festival. There was literally a million. They said there was 1 million people there. So I don't know, but it was definitely hundreds of thousands of people. And here was the stage. And when I was walking in, there was already 1 billion people up on the it was like a hillside type of thing. And then the stage was at the bottom of the hill. But when you came in, the way you came in is you came, when you went through the gate to get into the concert grounds, because it was a big outdoor thing, you would walk along from the back behind the stage, and then they were having people walk from behind, and you're going back up into the hill to find your, and it was just all open seat. There was no seats. It was just it was all grass and all dirt or whatever. It was all ground. And it was made kind of grassy, I guess. And so I remember I was walking, and I was with this girl that I had met, my cousin, and he had met, and he was with there's these two girls that we met, and we had been hanging out with them for the weekend. And I remember we were all walking. So many people that you could get lost from your friends like that. And it was what happened. I remember, I don't know, me and that girl, we were holding hands, and we were walking, and then she saw her. That's right. My cousin Dan and the other girl, they were already in there, and we were trying to find them, and they were lost in this sea of people. And then it's she saw her friend, and then she just ran up to her friend because she wanted to get her before the crowd came through and we wouldn't find him again. And when she did that, though, I remember I just looked to my left, and I know this is probably a total dick move. I don't know, but there was literally this open chasm of people that went right to the front of the stage, and Van Halen had just started playing, and it was like this. It was like the parting of the Red Sea or something. I saw that, and I remember I looked at that, and I looked back, and the girl I was with and my cousin, they were kind of like far away, it was so weird, and it was like the people were starting to come in, and the thing was starting to close, and I was like, oh my god, this is my opportunity. This is to get like right in front of the stage. So I don't know. I looked there, I looked there, and then I just went, I'm never gonna have this chance again, and I just like booked it right into the front to that opening, and I just went right to the front, and I was like about, I don't know, 10 feet from the stage, and to see my favorite band of all time. I mean, I had to do it, and I didn't see that girl the rest of the night. I mean, because I was there, and they never could find me, and I just said, screw it. I'm watching this. I'm watching Van Halen from right here, and it was a great. I'm glad I did, because I don't even remember that girl's name, but I remember watching Van Halen, right? So I was able to see it, and it was one of the great concert experiences of my life, to be in front of my idols right there, and it was great music. And some people are saying David Lee Roth was drunk and all stuff, but so what? He still kicked ass. Eddie kicked ass. They all did. Alex, Michael, they all were kicking ass, and it was a great concert. I had a great time, and it was just by myself. And then the funny thing is, and then this other girl, when I was there, she came up to me, and I started hanging out with her, and then. And I did the thing where I put her up on my shoulders, and she was like, rocking out, and she was wearing a little bikini. It was like, so I ended up having a pretty good time. Anyhow, let's see, what did I miss? Wes says, when I was in New York, I waited every morning in a lottery to get front row seats for Wicked. Never got picked. That sucks. Wes says, that is theft, Jolie. Jolie says, then I'm a rock and roll thief, Wes. Wes says, when you pay for good seats and jerkwads come and stand right in front of you, that's just being a jerky thief. Jolie says, there's no way at the concerts I go to that anyone knows who is in front of the stage, just a big mass of people. That's kind of like the US Festival. There was no seating. It was just like all first come, first serve, grab whatever space of grass you could. Wes Webb says, we have a problem at our symphony in that corporations buy out blocks of seats that are not always filled. I'll go ahead and be one of the only people sitting near the front. And that's what they do also, I think, at these football games. They buy these big blocks of seats so they can comp people, especially here in Vegas, Jolie says, that may be true at oldie sit-down concerts. Right. Because I couldn't stand now like I did back in those days. I have to sit down. I can't stand for more than like 20 minutes. And I'm like, I need a chair. It's so horrible getting old. Wes says, I've been to plenty of festivals where people come up to the front and check tickets. Yeah, I guess if they have it divided off in some certain way, where one like the front is, and they paid extra for those different sections and things like that, and things of this nature. Yeah, but at the US Festival they weren't doing that. But anyhow, that's so I'm glad I did it, even though I always felt kind of bad, like I kind of like just ditched that girl and ditched my cousin and stuff. But I also felt like this is Van Halen, and to be able to be right in front and watch my favorite band of all time and one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time, I think I was justified. Hopefully I was justified in doing that. Westwood says, I went to see the Buckingham's Rock Legends a while ago. Old folks, all seated, no crazies. Yeah, that's what us old folks do. It's like a couple weeks ago they had a big concert here. Just not you can almost see the concert site from this window here, from out my window. And it was a 1 day event, but it was about like a 12-hour thing. And they had a really great lineup. It was like System of a Down was probably the main headliner, but then it had Korn and it had Papa Roach and it had I don't know, there were like 8 or 9 bands, really good. I think they were all really, at least what I like, really good hard rock bands, And I was thinking, God, I would love to see that. That would be that's a great lineup, and I would really love to see that. But then after like 2 seconds, I'm like, who are you kidding? I mean, I wouldn't last more than 20 minutes and something like that. I mean, I would literally have to be the old guy in the back, just sitting in a lawn chair, you know, because I'm not going to go to a mosh pit. I'm not going to fight my way to the front, and I'm not going to just sit in the sun. I just can't do that anymore. But I think I could probably just have just as much enjoyment just being the old guy sitting in a lawn chair. But I'm not going to be the young kid dancing around and bouncing around, and I can still headbang from my lawn chair. But that's I mean I couldn't just do the whole there's a reason why young people are young people and old people are old people. I mean, when you're young, you're fit and you got stamina and all that kind of stuff. When you're old, you're just kind of old and broken down and wore out, and you can't do the thing you used to be able to do. Let's just face it. Let's just face the facts. So yeah, I guess put me in a lawn chair and I can do some head banging, and that's what I would do. That's me too. I can walk, but I can't stand still for a long time. Back gets sore. Yeah, I can walk, but I can't walk like I used to be able to walk. I used to be able to walk. I could walk 10 miles. I could walk miles and miles and miles, without even batting an eyelash. Now, if I walk a mile, I'm probably not done for the day, but I'm probably done for a little while. What the hell was that? I heard a noise. Um, and then if I stand too long, what happens is like my legs get numb. Like not fall asleep type, but just numb and weird, where it feels like. Because the other day I was waiting in line to check in here, and it was about. I think it might have been about a 20-minute wait, and I remember being in line, and I actually had to start kind of like marching in place because my legs were just getting numb, and I almost felt like I was going to fall down, like I couldn't because I couldn't feel my legs, and so I probably looked kind of weird. I'm sitting there kind of like marching in place, and that kind of helps bring back, I don't know, blood flow or whatever to the legs, and I can't just stand in a line for more than like 20 minutes and without getting this weird numbness where I don't still feel my legs. It's weird. Like I said, getting old is a bitch. Joey says at the Motley Crue concert they pulled me off the front row because they said I looked faint. I made them take me back. I actually had Lantes. Did they think you were going to faint or something? What do they mean that you looked faint? They thought you were going to fall over or something? When did you see Motley Crue? Because I've heard that Vince Neil really sucks now. His voice is gone. And yet he still tries to perform, and everyone's like, dude, you need to just give it up. Kind of the same way with David Lee Roth. I've heard his voice is gone. Jolie says, yeah, they said I looked like I was getting overheated. Oh, huh. That's kind of weird that I didn't even know they were even they had people that even notice that kind of stuff. But I guess apparently they do because they don't. I guess they don't want to get sued or something. So they gotta try to look out for those kind of things. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, but there's a lot of good acts that come into Vegas, and it was about 12 years ago or so. So maybe Vince could still sing then. I don't know. I just heard that his voice is shot, and that he really needs to stop. Um, Ringo Starr was in town the other day for the Memorial Day weekend. I would have liked to have seen him. That would have been kind of fun. But it's just not the same, right? When you're old and you're just sitting in because it would be at a place that's just where you have a seat and you just sit there and you listen to old Ringo Starr songs. I don't know. It might be kind of neat just because it's sort of nostalgic, to hear Ringo Starr, but I don't know, man. Like I'm not really an Adele fan per se, but I think she's a great singer, and I actually would like to see Adele, but I would probably have shitty seats, the shittiest seats because I could only afford those, and I don't know. I mean, I guess there's just something about watching like a live performance as opposed to just listening to it on the radio or whatever, or a video or something. There is something about a live performance that is kind of neat, But if you're way in the back, then it's almost like you're not really getting that experience as much as at least somewhere toward the middle, I guess. But and then they had downtown over the weekend. They had by Fremont Street. They had some concerts going, and they had like I think it was a 3 night deal. Like one night the headliner was Bad Religion, and one night the headliner was Rancid, and those are really good groups. I really like those. But see, when I think about it, I think about it in my 20-year-old mentality, and then reality sets in. It's like, no, you're not 20 anymore. You would have a horrible time probably. I mean, I probably would have a really good time for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm ready to go now. Whereas before, you could sit there for 8 hours or 10 hours, or you could jump around and dance around and party, and do all that shit, and without really batting an eyelash. But now, literally, if I was there after about a half an hour, I'd be like, I think I want to go, or I just want to sit down. So it just isn't fun anymore. Joe says, I haven't been to anything but Dead shows the last 10 years. Too expensive to just go see everyone I like. It sucks for my kids that they can't go to concerts all the time like we used to. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. Like when Taylor Swift was in town in, I think, March, and I know those tickets were expensive, and people were coming in from all over the country, flying in to see her, and there was a lot of these, 20-something that are Swifties, and they love Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I think she's great. I'm sure she puts on a great show, but they must have spent in tickets and in airlines and in hotels. They must have spent thousands of dollars, and I don't know. It must be nice to have that kind of disposable cash, I guess. West Webb says, I paid $1,000 for a table at Garrison Keeler's show, but that included dinner and drinks for 4. So essentially, that's kind of like $250 each, I guess. to see Garrison Keillor, who is pretty funny, but I guess he pretty much got Me Too'd. And I don't think he performs anymore. And it was kind of a I don't want to go into that. That Me Too thing, it took out Garrison Keillor and it took out Alfred Aiken. Yes, still does. Oh, he still does? He's still, because it seems like I used to just listen to him on, I think, NPR, the Old Town, Old Prairie, Home, whatever they call it. Was plus, he was sort of a horn dog and married. Well, who isn't a horn dog? West Webb says occasionally. So, yeah, I used to listen to that on the, I guess it was NPR, like when I was driving, because I was always trying to find stuff to listen to when I was driving. And, yeah, and of course he's been around for decades doing that show. And I always thought it was a pretty funny show, Well, it says I was an addict like to House Parks. Yeah, it was a good show. Well, it says that when you are famous, they let you. Yeah, that's what Trump thinks. The Garrison Keillor thing is a whole different thing. I mean, it sounded to me like, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't defend it. I don't know. It didn't sound to me like it was that big of a deal, but maybe it was. I don't know. But it was nothing like Trump, though. It doesn't compare to anything that Trump did, I don't think. At least from what we were told. Jolie says, like a parasocial relationship with. Parasocial relationship. Is a parasocial relationship, is that like a social media relationship? I don't know. Yeah, so yesterday I didn't do a show on my normal Tuesday day because I was running around. What did I do yesterday? I did some Uber stuff. Oh yeah, I was trying to find people to buy my truck. I had to take care of something I did. Oh yeah, with Uber, they keep. Oh yeah, that's right. I had to go down there because the payment for the Uber, it's automatically every week, and for some reason, Wells Fargo has been saying that they've been denying the payment, saying because it's saying like it's a fraudulent activity alert type thing. So then I have to, so it doesn't clear. So then I have to go down to the office and just pay for it right there at the office, which is a real hassle because it's always like a 2-hour wait because there's so many Uber drivers in there all the time. That's how popular this Uber driving, renting cars through Hertz is, and they're almost all driving Teslas. A few are driving Polestars, and a few are driving the gas powered. But as soon as they're eligible for Teslas, they pretty much get them. So I had to go down there. That took a couple hours, and so then I wanted to go ahead and change cards and put it on my credit card instead of my bank card. But then he said to do that, we'd have to do a whole new contract or something. So he said might be better if I just go in on Friday, since it renews on every Friday, to just do it on Friday. So I'm going to go back Friday. I'm going to change the payment from my Visa debit card to my credit card, my other credit card, and see if that works better. Because for some reason, and I've gone round and round and round and round with customer service at Wells Fargo, telling them, look, this is a thing. This is not fraud. Can you guys make a note that this is not fraudulent? This is not, this is all on the up and up. I authorize it. I approve it. And they're like, it's in the system, and I don't think there's nothing we can do about it. So this is stupid. Wes says the lady was a dear friend and writer. Yeah, that's right, and writer of a show which he claimed to write all by himself. He was very familiar with her for years. Yeah, and I think the story was that he put his hand on her back or something, and she didn't like it. And I think he just pulled his hand away. Maybe there was more to it than that, because he said like they were familiar with her for years. But apparently, I guess he's, like you say, he still does the show. So I guess it didn't completely wipe him out. I just don't know why after all those years she would then get him bounced like that. Westwood says, just because you don't understand the meaning of a word doesn't mean that it isn't a real thing. Don't know what you're talking about. You talking about parasocial? Because I've never heard that before. It's like social adjacent. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I do not know. I do not understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Joyce says, it's definitely a real thing. You just use it wrong. Basically, what Jolie is saying, God dang it, what Jolie is saying is, I don't think this word means what you think it means. In case you don't know, my daughter's name is Jaylee. So sometimes I call Jolie Jaylee, and I apologize. I don't mean to, do that. Westwood says relationships with people you don't really know. Yeah, it's like with people that you've never really met in real life, right? That is a thing now with social media and with chat rooms and it does. You can get into this thing where you feel like you really know a person, but you might not actually really know them until you actually meet them. You know what I mean? I think there is a difference. Even if you did like video chatting and Zoom or whatever, I think once you are actually in the same room with someone and you're just within arm's distance of someone, I think it is different than this, whatever this is, this and this. It is different. Wes says, even if you meet them in real life. Jolie says, that's not the definition, though. The definition is being addicted or in love with someone that has no idea that you exist. Really? That's what parasocial relationship is? Um, the definition is being addicted or in love with someone that has no idea that you exist. So that would be like fanboying, no, not fanboy, or like, I mean, can you fall in love with someone that, I mean, is that really, I'm kind of confused. Addicted or in love with someone and they don't know you exist. I don't think I don't think that's love. I think that's infatuation. Maybe infatuation or something. West Webb says, no, I don't think that Hal Sparks is my dear friend just because I have met him and even love him. Oh, so we're talking about Hal? I don't think that Hal Sparks is my dear friend. Okay, just because I have met him and even love him. And there's all different kinds of love, right? West Webb, John knows. I do? Yeah, I know. I know a lot of stuff. I do know a lot of stuff. Westwood says, "I am addicted." Are you addicted to me or to Hal? Because now I'm getting confused. Uh, or both. Are you addicted to Liberal Dan too? Come on, no, don't play favorites. Westwood says, You said infatuation, a sort of romantic fascination. Joe says, yes, that's parasocial. One person thinks they actually have some sort of relationship with someone, and the other person doesn't know they exist. Yeah, that sounds like delusion. I'm not going to say paranoid delusion, but I'm going to say some sort of delusion. I think, not to be harsh. I mean, but on those, from what you've said, I mean, if someone doesn't even know you exist, and you probably see them, you're only seeing them like this on a live stream or videos or whatever, and they don't know you exist, but you think you have some sort of relationship. Yeah, then that's. Let's see. Wes says no. The other person can know they exist. Can, but do they? But do they? Hal knows I exist because he has read some of my posts out loud, and he knows that he knows Wes exists because and Jolie. He knows all of us actually because he's mentioned all of us on his live streams from our chats. Hey, did you guys hear the other day? Johnny Million was really shouting me out, or kind of, on the Saturday show. Did you guys miss that? Johnny Million said my name about 5 times on the Saturday show because I made a comment. I said, what did I say? What was the comment? It was something about the sound, and I just go, the sound sounds great, or something like that. And then Johnny Million must have just happened to see that, and he was just like, well, Trucker John says the sound sounds great. And then I think Hallie was saying something about Trucker John, and he's like, yeah, or how does Trucker John know? And he goes, well, Trucker John said it, so it must be true. And they kind of said my name a bunch of times. I thought that was kind of cool. So now I'm in love. No. Let's see. Hal knows that we exist. He might not recognize me if I walked up to him. That's true, but he knows your handle, right, and your little icon there. Jolie says a parasocial relationship is a one-sided relationship formed when one party extends energy, interest, and time, and the other person doesn't know they exist. Westwood says, I taught school for 40 years. I don't recognize all of my former students, even though I love them. Yeah, but I think that's a different kind of, there are different kinds of love. And you can love your students because, you're a guy and you're a good teacher and you want those kids to succeed and, to learn. And you see those bright faces and you can love them. But that's a different kind of love than saying like a romantic love or whatever. You know what I mean? There are different loves. Just ask C.S. Lewis, I think. Let's see. Jolie says, according to the National Register of Health Services psychologists. Westwood says, I'm listening to Johnny in the background right now. Jolie says, that's cool. I missed Johnny's show. Well, it wasn't on Johnny's show. It was on Hal's show. It was on Hal's Chicago WCPT show that he did from Chicago this past Saturday. And Johnny was in studio. They were both in studio. And so it was on Hal's show. It wasn't on Johnny's show. Wes says, laughing out loud. Wes says, it was a social relationship when I was teaching them. I only see them online or by accident. A few go to my church. Wes was a Saturday show. I have been listening to it for a long time. So did you hear Johnny Million? And actually Hal, because I think Hal said my name too. It was like 4 or 5 times. I felt so seen, as Hal would say. I felt seen. Okay, guys. Gosh, look, it's already almost 2:30. It's been 2 hours already. Hey, you know what? Hal's gonna be coming on, pretty soon. I guess he's coming on at 3. At 3 o'clock. I'll probably be out. I should probably go Uber in a little while. No, I don't have to do it right now, but in a little while, I guess I'll be hitting the road a lot of times. So a lot of times I miss the shows. I miss because I'm Ubering, and I don't like listening to talk. I like playing music. I get so many compliments on my playlist that I play. I really do. People like me. I'm up to now a 5.0 driver rating, which is the highest you can get. I've got all kinds of 5-star reviews, and I get people commenting on how clean my car is. They love my music that I play, and they say a lot of times people say this is an enjoyable ride. This is the most enjoyable Uber ride they've ever had. So I think I'm knocking it out of the park here with the Uber thing. Maybe I finally found my true calling, as being a fucking Uber driver. Maybe I found it after all these years. This is what I was meant to do. Maybe, of course, it'll all be taken away in a few years when I get fully all in driving, and then I'll be fucked. But hey, I guess I'll just enjoy it while I can. So I'll be Ubering later on today, but Hal's coming on at 3 Pacific time, which is 33 minutes from now. West Webb says, sitting here with my finger on ice makes my whole body feel cold. West Webb says, as long as you don't starve. Oh no. I'm going to make $60,000 a year doing this job. The guy I sat to yesterday when we were sitting in the Hertz office, he told me he made 90 grand. I'm making 60 grand just fucking around. Doing it kind of half-assed. If I was really serious, I could probably make 120 grand. I don't know. So I'm not going to starve. I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. I'll be buying plenty of meats and cheese and nuts and fruits. And I'll be going down to the Blueberry Hill restaurant plenty of times. Keep my old, to keep this going. I got to keep this physique. Got to keep it going. It looks like the picture's getting a little fuzzy. This might not be the best, internet I got going here. Oh wow! I didn't plug. I forgot. I forgot that I plugged this into the wall, but I didn't plug it into my phone. So the whole thing might die in a minute now. Anyhow, this whole time it hasn't been plugged in. But okay, so I guess I'll be seeing you guys in the chats over there at House Sparks in a little bit. I guess I'm going to take a little break, a little breaky, a little achy breaky, and then I'll probably do some Ubering tonight, and then tomorrow's Thursday, so I guess I'll do a Thursday. Should we plan on doing a regular 9 a.m.? I'll try to do 9 a.m., I guess, tomorrow. It's just kind of hard because I do the Ubering, and if I'm Ubering at night, and then by the time I get to bed, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and 9 o'clock. Let's just do it. Let's think positive. We'll shoot for 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. I forgot. I forgot that tomorrow's Thursday. So we'll be back tomorrow, Thursday. Look for the video. I'm going to make the puke video. Just for Jolie, I'm going to make that puke video. I'm going to dedicate that to Jolie. And let's see what else we got coming out. Probably some old TikTok videos. Some of those do pretty well. I get 1,500 or 2,000 views on them. What else should I do? What other kind of content should I do? Just trying to think. I can't really do any stuff while I'm Ubering. Although one person did tell me that there's a guy who's an Uber driver in San Diego who apparently does, I don't know if he does live streams or he just does post videos of him Ubering people, and I didn't think that was really allowed. So either it's fake, and those are just friends or people that and it's not really a real Uber drive, or he's getting away with something, or it is not against the rules, and I'm just an idiot for thinking that. I don't know. But it would be kind of. Sometimes I do wish I could do a video of my Uber rides, because sometimes the people are pretty funny. But I don't know. Really can't do that, I don't think. But so let's plan on meeting back here, right here on the YouTube channel, Trucker John, at 9 a.m. Pacific time-ish. Just look for me. I might be on at 9. Maybe 10. I don't know. I really should nail down the time and stick to it. You know what I mean? Instead of being such a baby. Saying, I'm too tired. I should just really, I should just man up, get my ass out of bed. Even if I got to go run in the shower and get the sleepy out of my eyes, just do it and stop being a baby. Stick to my time, 9 a.m. But I don't know. I might not. I might just be a baby about it. I don't know. KO says, time keeps on slipping into the future. Yeah. Little Stephen Miller. Hey KO, glad to see you drop by. Have you been lurking this whole time, or did you leave and come back? What you been up to, KO? We had some pretty scintillating talk going on. It was pretty heavy. It got pretty heavy there for a minute. What is this heavy you keep talking about? Anyhow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and I think my charge is down to 20%. So we're good. Probably good for another 20 minutes. Are you guys gonna go? I'm pretty sure Hal is on. Do you guys know? Is Hal? I think he said he was gonna be on today. I know he's doing. He's doing flappers too, right? But I guess he's gonna do his normal 3 p.m. Pacific time show, and then he's doing flappers, I believe, tonight. So I'll probably not. I'll probably definitely Ubering during the flappers show. But anybody who is listening, make sure you check out House Sparks. He's on the YouTubes. Check him out. He's funny and he's smart and talks about some really topical issues and kind of sets a lot of things straight. And I really like the show. So I'll see you guys over there. I'll probably see you in the chat room. I guess that's about it for today. Oh, there's Jolie. She said, help support the children on live stream. Oh, thank you so much. Buy me a coffee. Yes, please, because this one got really cold. And it's not really meant. I know there's iced coffee. This is not really meant to be drunken. Cold, I don't think. Maybe if I put some ice, I should go to the vending machine or the ice machine and just put ice in it. I guess I could just drink it like iced coffee. You know what? I might do that. I just might do that because this thing is like pretty full still. You know. Let me see here. Yeah, it's cold. I guess what's the difference between like you had a cup of hot coffee and it went cold and iced coffee? Is there any difference other than the fact that there's really no ice in this? But if I put ice in it, then this would just be iced coffee, right? I mean, what's the difference? So I got iced coffee, but sans the ice. Sans the ice. All right, guys. You know how I get. Guys. You know, I start to ramble. I need where's my Post-it notes? That's what's missing. I need my Post-it notes, guys. I need my Post-it notes so I don't get lost and I don't forget what to say. Where are my Post-it notes? I don't have my Post-it notes. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. It looks like the signal is pretty bad. It looks pretty fuzzy. It's looking fuzzy. Yeah, put some ice in it. I'm gonna do that, Jolie. Because I'm at a hotel. There's a nice, beautiful ice machine right down the hallway. I'm gonna put some ice in it. And here's a fun fact. When I started the show and it was just playing the music, and 71 Cowboys said, "What is this?" Well, that's the ice bucket. Right there. Right there. There's the ice bucket. That's what I'm using to prop my phone up on. So that's just a fun fact. I would call that a fun fact of the show. A little fun fact. It's a little behind the scenes look, actually, is what that is. So, you got that going for you, right? So, I got that going for me. And so with that, I will bid you adieu, but I will see you tomorrow morning. We're going to shoot for 9 a.m. If we make it, we make it. But, just always keep your channel open, your YouTube channel there, and just look for Trucker John. And if I'm on, come on in, say hi, give me a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe and a share. Make sure you share the show, and we'll just go from there. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time.